come from a small town, Jamestown, Tennessee. I think I realized pretty quick that I wanted to find some sort of avenue to kind of get out of there, and music was the thing that hit. I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, you know, Music City, Tennessee, and I decided that I'm gonna stop playing music whenever I live here. So I started working at a coffee shop, and I live here with my wife and my dog and my 2 cats, and that's really all I've been doing for about 2 years. My wife, Beth, we have been actually dating for 12 years. It's pretty special to find that soulmate, that one true love kind of thing so early, and I see people that I know who are my age still looking for that, and I just feel incredibly blessed that I found that so early. She actually used to get her hair cut by my mom when she was in 3rd grade. She called my house. I answered. As soon as I said hello, she hung up, and we never talked to each other 3 years after that. And we ended up meeting whenever she was in 8th grade and I was a freshman, and started dating a year later, and we've been together ever since. And she's my best friend. She's been my best friend for a decade. You know, every night we eat dinner and we hang out and watch TV, and it never gets old because I just love her so much, and I don't want to be with anyone else. So we've been married for 2.5 years, and we've been living in Nashville ever since we've been married. So when I was in high school, I got to be in a band with my 2 best friends. You know, people really enjoyed it, and people bought our CDs, and it was really crazy. I think that was the thing where I was like, man, I want to do this forever. You know, like I want to sell CDs and play shows and do this. Oh, it's the best feeling. And then after that, that band didn't really work out. And I started a worship band, and that was a whole different meaning for me. You know, this was something that was definitely more personal and more spiritual than any of that. And it's not a super popular choice to not go to college and to be a bum, kind of a bum for a few years, but I wouldn't trade that away for anything, because I got to travel the country. I got to play in like 25, 26 states, when there are not a lot of people that can say they were able to do what they loved, see the country, and all before they were 23, 24, you know. It started out as a way to express my spirituality and express my my devotion to God and my willingness to want to lead people to worship to God. And by the end of it, it really became just a job, you know, and which is something that I wasn't happy with myself. And one year I was gone for 180 days out of the year playing music. You know, that's half the year. That's half of 1 year of my life. That's half of 22. I was still with Beth at that point, and it really challenged our relationship. I think it would challenge anyone's to be gone for that amount of time, and me just not being present, and me not being a good boyfriend at the time, or, you know, like, it's either gonna be this career, it's gonna be the woman that I love. So, and then I chose, I think, the better path. Something it won't, and here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't.
I got goosies! Oh my God, on my legs. Okay.
You know what's great about that?
Oh.
Everything.
Yes.
You know what I love, though, is you've got such a strong style. When you do a song by somebody else, you do it your own way.
Thank you.
I can't even say that I've heard somebody sing like you, even though I've heard a style of singing like you. Do you know what I mean? So that's exciting for me. You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
I love the sound of your voice. It's a great voice. We don't actually hear a lot of voices like that.
Exciting. We're gonna vote.
Okay. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
That's how it is all the time with her.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, man. That was probably the biggest juxtaposition of a person introducing themselves to playing. The whole setup, like across the street.
I was like, oh God,
There's
this is
just
gonna
no
suck.
way this guy's gonna be, I mean.
Where is your boss? Is he at the coffee shop?
It was such a cool moment. It was such validation to hear from Jennifer Lopez and Keith Urban and Harry Connick Jr. These people that, you know, they might as well have been holograms. Like, I don't know that they're real people, but they were there right in front of me saying, man, Kory, you're talented. You have a really interesting voice. You have a cool way of looking at a song and covering it. And it was like, these are things that I feel about myself that I, you know, that I definitely doubt about myself too. But it was so cool to hear, you know, people that have such great influence say that to me directly to my face too. So that was the thing where I was like, okay, maybe this can work. Maybe something can happen from it. I finished the record in late July, and I kind of rushed everything because I wanted to release the record on my birthday. So that day, the day before, I was like, hey, I'm releasing my record tomorrow. It would be an awesome birthday present if I could start getting charted on iTunes, if I could get something going on iTunes. By the end of the day, it was the number 14th record on iTunes that day, which is insane. It was it was really cool, you know, and all the American Idol stuff, all the going to Hollywood and not making it, and then coming back and almost not making the Kickstarter, like, that was worth it for that one day to see, like, man, people really care enough about me where they can push my record up on the charts on iTunes. So that was a really cool day. I know that you've been let down before, but not anymore, I swear. And I can see how cruel this world can be. So just call on out for me and I'll be there. And I will give you all the love you deserve, and no, nothing can keep me from my promise. Not nothing on God's green earth. So if all our money's gone and the lights won't come on, you don't have to worry, you can count on me. If the night is long and you don't feel strong, well, baby, please, you can count on me. The record's called All Good Things, and I feel like that's a pretty accurate picture of where I'm at in my life. I'm so happy. My inspiration for the record was pretty much Beth Wheeler. It was just songs that I'd written for her, and the ups and downs of our relationship, all the things that have transpired that lead me to here. You know, being in Nashville, being with Rigby, being with Ellie, being with Petunia, being with Beth. And I think it was cool to share that with the world, that like, hey, I'm doing good. You know, with Beth, it's weird, it's kind of backwards. It's like the expression, I could write all these songs, but at some point they're just songs, and the expression of love needs to be something different. It needs to be making that sacrifice of being home, you know, and being a good man and a good husband, and being around, being there to talk about how your day went and not be in another state singing songs that I wrote for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that, yeah, and it's weird with God. It was kind of the opposite. I had to figure out a way to express that, but so it's weird how music has kind of drifted in and out of my life in the past like 4 years. You don't have to worry, you can count on me. If the night is long and you don't feel strong, well, baby, please, oh, baby, please, you can count on me. You can count on me.